Hello Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back again today with another December daily process video. Sorry, I lost my train of thought in the middle of that sentence. I was like, oh crap, what am I doing again? Okay, so here I was just organizing my numbers because it was driving me insane that they were so unorganized. Okay, so this day is another super simple day. I have 3 photos that I'm going to use. It is going to take quite a bit of maneuvering to use that photo of my dog and my youngest son, Tinian, just because of the orientation of it. It won't fit in that 3x4 pocket, but that's the only spot that I have for it. So I'm going to be crazy and I'm going to cut down the space in between my son and my dog, and I'm going to make it a lot smaller so that it will fit in that 3x4 pocket. Crazy stuff going on here, right? Okay, so I will kind of go over the photos here. So that big one that is a little bit smaller than 4x6 down there on the bottom is a photo that I took of a client. If you will remember, back on December 3rd, I have a process video where I talked about how I did a photo session. And this was one of the photos that I was working on that day. Since I had been sick and I haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything, I spent all day on this day, which was the 11th, and I think it was a Sunday. I tried to get the photos done on the 10th, but I was sick that day and it did not work. So I spent all day on the 11th. I think it was about 6 to 8 hours that I spent working on photos, just editing them. And so that photo was one of the photos that I worked on, and I had just taken a picture of it on my screen, and I just really liked it. This lady was so much fun to take photos of. I absolutely adore the photos that I took of her session, and I am kind of a very humble photographer. Like, I don't know if that's weird of me to say that, but I hate bragging to people that I'm a photographer. I rarely tell anybody that I'm a photographer because I don't know, like, I just feel like so many people are photographers these days that I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So I'm really shy about being a photographer. I don't know why. I just don't tell a whole lot of people. It's weird, I know. But I do love being a photographer. Just in the past year, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do it. So it kind of makes me sad, but at the same time, I still do get a lot of clients. Like this last 3 months, I think I've had about, gosh, I don't even know how many sessions I've had. Usually in the month after, like the months after summer, I usually maybe do 1 or 2 sessions. I think this year I've done 5 sessions, and that is a lot compared to, 1 or 2. So, and it has been so much fun doing all of these sessions. Okay, so I just basically on that bottom photo, I just glued down her photo to a mat, and I kept it super simple. So now on to this smaller photo of my boys sitting and watching a movie. They watched a Christmas movie that day, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I have not been recording what movies we've been watching on what days, because we have watched a lot of movies this year. Every couple of days, we will sit down as a family and watch a movie. Some nights, the kids will just watch a Christmas movie by themselves. And this particular night, they watched a movie by themselves, and I don't remember what movie it was. I think I might have actually sat down on the couch with them after dinner to watch some of it. I don't quite remember. But I haven't been journaling. I usually have just been thinking of what I want to do for my pages in my head, and I'm kind of kicking myself for that now. So here I'm just going to do my journaling, and it's going to say, I spent 6 hours editing the winter photos from last week. We watched a Christmas movie after dinner together. And that is it for day number 11. I really love how simple this page turns out. And I think that just having that bottom photo down there on the bottom, just, I don't know. I really love this page. I had so much fun taking her photos. I wish every single session could be like her session. It was seriously amazing. Okay, so now I am going to move on to day number 12. So this day, a few different things happened. Let's see. Here I am just pulling off the tabs that are on the ends of the Canon selfie photos. And I had this photo of my husband. We watched the movie The Santa Claus that night, and so I had a picture of him sitting on the floor because we watched the movie upstairs and all of us can't fit on the couch upstairs. It's just it's a smaller couch. And so he sat on the floor. So here I am just trying to make it the right size, and I kept not cutting enough off because I wasn't measuring it. And even when I did measure it, I still didn't cut enough off. So here we go. And then this is where I decide, okay, you know what? I'm just going to cut a bunch off of the bottom. And that worked out better. So here I'm going to decide to matte the photo. And also I noticed with this photo that the little cutter blade on my trimmer there was making a mark on my photos, and I was like, why is it doing that? So I'm going to end up changing it at some point with an old blade that also needs to be replaced, but it worked better than this one. Apparently I need to put blades on my list for Michael's, which I am going to be going to tomorrow to get some more glue and things. Okay, so now here I have some 2x2 photos that I'm just cutting up and that are going to go in those 2x2 pockets on the right hand side. I printed off 5 photos with this layout, and I think I'm actually not going to use that one that I was just cutting up. That one is just going to be a picture that gets thrown away, probably, in all honesty. I don't know, maybe we'll include it somewhere else. Okay, so now I'm just cutting these up and trying to figure out the placement of them and how I want to put my number. So this is day number 12, and I realized, oh, I pulled out day number 13, and I did not mean to. So I switched it out there. And I'm thinking I'm going to put the number up in that top right hand corner, but I'm actually going to switch that around. And I'm going to put that photo of Brennan, Jonas, and me watching the movie. And then the picture of Tinian and Max is going to be right under that. Here I am going to use this tree paper, and I'm going to cut out some mats, and I'm going to have each one of the photos use this paper on this page just to kind of make it a little bit more to make it flow a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm gluing down this photo of my husband, and I'm also going to do these 2x2 photos, and I think this is where I find out that those pockets are actually a little bit bigger than 2x2, which is super frustrating. I wish these pockets would just be the right sizes, right? Oh gosh, it's so frustrating. So here I'm just gonna mess around and cut all of these down. Oh, I guess that I don't actually cut them down to 2x2 size. I cut them to the size that they're supposed to be, which was really good for this one. It must be on a layer layout that I realized that they are bigger than 2x2. So I put that picture of Tinian with his Christmas list on the very bottom there. Then I am going to put this photo of Tinian and Max down, and I'm also going to look for some stickers. And I have these perforated papers. They're not actually stickers. It's just perforated cardstock. And I'm going to put down this word that says family, and then I'm also going to put down happy. And I'm going to put the word happy above the word family. And then that little pocket is going to be done. And so I'm going to put that in there. I am going to change up the order of these things though, from where I have them now. Okay, so here you can see I decided to move that happy family little box up to the top. Okay, you can also see that I have put down a little 3x4 journaling card with a deer on it, and I'm going to do my journaling there. And it just says, Tinian brought home his Christmas list, which was all the Plants vs. Zombies plushies he wants. He loves stuffed animals and has a million on his bed. And this Christmas he has decided he wants all of the Plants vs. Zombies stuffed animals. He's not getting all of them, but he is getting some of them. It also says, we watched the Santa Claus together as a family, and I had fun decorating my planner for Christmas. So you can see that photo that is in the middle, the third down from the top. That is a picture of my planner spread for the week, and it's got Christmassy colors and fun designs and things. So I thought I would include that on this layout as well, since I had an empty pocket. So I am going to put the number there in next to the journaling. And then here I am going to move on to working on this top 2x2 photo. I did consider putting the number there, but I decided against it. I don't really like it. So instead, I am going to put it down there on the journaling card, and then I am going to pull out those perforated cardstock words, and I'm going to put one underneath that photo of me and my two boys, and it's going to say together. And I was messaging with a friend at the time, so you can see me kind of play around with my phone. I apologize about that. I am going to have to cut out another piece of that green tree paper to glue the planner spread onto. And I'm not going to do anything more with that little photo there. I'm just going to stick it in. It was a little too big, so I did cut off the top of it, and I believe that is it for this layout. Oh, here I am adding the word together up there to that top photo, and then that is the end. I hope that you will come back again tomorrow to see another video. Have a great day. Bye.